25 years ago, a small group of women saw a disease as being overlooked. Their vision was to create a future without breast cancer by funding research, education, and awareness. Together, they created the Alberta Breast Cancer Foundation. Margaret Friedman was named president. It was the first foundation of its kind in Canada and rumored to be the first in North America.
In the beginning, I wasn't sure that I could take on the building of a foundation and carry on with my own career. And I remember saying to Dr. Burns and to Dr. Nat, I said, I'll have to think about this. And my late husband said to me, he looked at me and he said, she will do it. We will do this. And so we did.
It's a great group of people, the staff and the volunteers, the sponsors, the donors, all pulling together for a common cause, and we're making a significant difference.
We're getting closer to creating a future without breast cancer. Researchers across Canada are working hard at coming up with new diagnostic techniques and treatments. The knowledge we have from this work is so much more advanced than what was available 25 years ago.
We've come a long ways. Instead of radical mastectomy, a woman can now have lumpectomy. This way she doesn't have to lose her entire breast.
I can remember when I was still a health promotion consultant wanting to have young women learn how to do breast self-examinations. And it was frowned upon by the upper echelon because it was termed as sex education. And I can remember leaving an office and going into my own office, closing the door, and crying with frustration. I could not believe what I had just been told. And that hopefully has changed.
Advancements in detection and treatments have been made possible thanks in part to donors like Rita.
The year that my sister Frida was diagnosed was the year of the first run for the cure in Edmonton. And I heard of it and immediately got a team together. When she was first diagnosed, she was told she would have a year and a half to live. And when she was diagnosed, she was pregnant with her third son. And because of the advancements in treatment, she lived almost 7 years. And so that made a huge difference to her family, to her husband and her 3 sons, in having her around for 7 years as opposed to a year and a half.
Shelley Johannesen has been a huge supporter in the Canadian Breast Cancer Foundation, CIBC Run for the Cure. For the last 10 years, she's laced up her shoes to run the 5K every October. And every year, the same thoughts run through her mind.
You're always wanting to raise enough money to find the cure, and not just for myself, but for my kids. I have a new granddaughter that's just a year old. We walk for all the people that we've lost, which are many, and we walk just hoping there'll be a difference.
120,000 people across Canada on a single day coming together against a single cause. There's a determination there that is incredibly touching. 1 in 9 women will be affected by breast cancer. You know, I think more than the statistics to me is reaching beyond those statistics and reaching out in the population and understanding what degree of separation that means for any one family, any one individual.
Kathy Cox's mom was one of those women who lost in the battle against breast cancer.
My mother was very much community-oriented. She always helped in those ways. She loved the outdoors.
As a way of honoring her mother's battle and life, Kathy created the annual Lucking Slow Pitch Tournament. In the last 6 years, she's helped raise $30,000.
When I come here to give this check, no matter what amount, to the Canadian Breast Cancer Foundation, it just makes you feel that it was all worth it. And you know what? We'll do it again.
In her 10 years as CEO of the Canadian Breast Cancer Foundation Prairie's Northwest Territories region, Trish Branch has witnessed many success stories from incredible volunteers and event participants, allowing for some amazing advancements.
The relevance of what people are doing in the research community has impacted, because you are seeing people survive longer and live with the disease full lives.
We've invested over $230 million in breast cancer research and similar amounts in public awareness and education work. And we've seen significant advancements over that time, and we're delighted to see that progress.
Nothing this significant can be achieved without teamwork. CIBC has been sponsoring the Run for the Cure for 15 years. One of the first Run for the Cure corporate sponsors was the Running Room.
Having been involved from the run from day one, I can tell you when we were first involved, when you said breast cancer, it was what I called at the time a closet disease. People were afraid to talk about it and didn't talk about it. Women had to face breast cancer on their own, and often didn't even have the support of their families sometimes around them. Today, thanks to the Run for the Cure, thanks to the Canadian Breast Cancer Foundation, breast cancer today has become a community concern.
Perhaps no one is aware of how far we have come in the past 25 years than breast cancer survivors themselves.
There's couple of words that take your breath away. Breast cancer are two of them. My name's Diane Martin, and I'm very happy to say that I'm a 2-time breast cancer survivor. It takes courage to go back for the second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth chemotherapy, and you have to sort of keep it in perspective, because it really is saving your life, but in the same sentence, it's like you feel like it's killing you.
Today, she spends much of her time volunteering for the CBCF and training with her dragon boat racing team, all fellow survivors.
You'd look in the other women's eyes and you'd go, I know where you've been, I know you had surgery, I know what chemotherapy's about, I know what radiation's about, but you know what, we beat it, and now we're going to have a good time and live life to the fullest. I live every day now with a different attitude. It's like, who can I talk to and enjoy? Who can I help? And who can I, tell people about making sure you check about breast cancer? And just smelling the roses, as they say. And these experiences just prove to me that I'm here. And I'm here because of foundations like the Canadian Breast Cancer Foundation. I'm still alive because of them.